So days go by, weeks go by, months go by. No one's coming to see Absalom. And at this point, what are we doing? Because why would you bring me back if you don't even want to see me? You banished me. Why would you send for me if you're going to treat me like I don't exist? I could have stayed where I was at. And so he sent a message to his brother. His brother ain't getting back to him. Just so happened his brother owned some land right beside him. So he's like, okay, he want to play with me? He set it up in flames. Get back to Joab, come see him now. Because, man, what is you doing, man? Like, why? You just got back and you causing all this commotion. Oh, you going to see me. Tell the king I want to see him. Tell the king I want to see him or the kingdom next. I'm lighting it all up. And so, you know, the king finally agrees to see Absalom, you know, and they reconcile. Kind of. You know, because although Absalom's back, he still got that hate in his heart. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, the king is still kind of indifferent with him. You know, you're still mad that your other son's gone. You love him, but you don't know how to forgive him. And I know so many parents can relate to that as well, right? When your children do a bad thing and you love them, but you don't know how to forgive them for that. They've embarrassed your name. They've done terrible things. I couldn't imagine a mother who's loved her child, did everything for them, let them play all the sports, took them to church, and then she get that knock at the door from the police saying they're wanted for rape. Oh, they're wanted for a school shooting. Oh, they're wanted for anything. You know, it's even worse. Oh, they're a suspect in a killing spree. Anything. You know what I'm saying? And then they come to you and you can't even look at them. This ain't the person I raised. This ain't the person I carried. You love them, but you don't know how to be there for them. Oh, David. So Absalom's carrying all this hate in his heart, and I'm going to speed it up because I don't want this to be too long. You know, if you guys want more, if you want me to really break that thing down, drop in the comments, break it down, and I'll make a part 2 to really break down the ins and outs of the story, because I want to speed up to the word that I want to give you guys today, right? So anyways, they reconcile, but Absalom still is carrying this resentment for his father in his heart. And so eventually he plans to steal his father's kingdom from him. And, you know, after David grows old and, you know, he's not strong enough to fight this YN, he eventually flees and gives Absalom the kingdom. Now, it was a guy who also served David when he was king. And I can't say his name right. Ahithophel. I'll drop it. I ain't got time for that. AP. And Absalom like, what you still here for? Your boy done flee. What you staying for? And he like, man, my loyalty to whoever the king is. I served your daddy and I'm gonna serve you, right? So Absalom like, okay, well, what we doing here? And the man's like, go sleep with all your daddy concubines. That's the ultimate betrayal. They gonna know you really don't mess with him like that. You go sleep with all his women, then the kingdom gonna really mess with you. Because remember, it was split. Some people loved David, some people didn't, because of how God took the kingdom from Saul and gave it to David. A lot of people felt like David stole it from Saul, but he didn't. He didn't do right by what God gave him, and God moved on to the next person, you know. That's why sometimes when you see somebody have something that you wanted, you shouldn't be jealous. Sometimes you need to sit back and go in that secret place and ask God, what did I do wrong, God, for you to bypass me? Where did I stumble and I fall? Where you said, hey, your work still got to be done, you know, Lord. Help me catch up to where I'm supposed to be. You know, God's in the blessing business. God's in the blessing business. So many of us, quote unquote, saints have fell into devil's temptation. And we spend more time wallowing in our own mess than asking God, how can I fix this? How can I restore this? Anyway, so he does that. He sleeps with all David's concubines. And now you're probably thinking, this is a terrible sign. Because, yeah, I understand your brother raped your sister and you did what you did, but why you taking out your daddy like that? Let's talk about what David did to deserve this. So boom, when David was in his prime, getting anything his heart desired, right? Kingdom running good, rich and prosperous, got all the women he want. One day he decided to take a stroll on the roof, and he saw a bad PYT taking a bubble bath, and he said, who that is? He said, oh yeah, that's Bathsheba, Uriah's wife. He like, tell her I want to holler at her. Come over there, he lay down with him. Mind you, she had just completed her cycle. She doing a cleansing because she just got off her menstrual, and we all know ladies' most fertile ovulation occurs about a week or 2 before that menstrual cycle comes on, and right after it goes off. So what happens? She gets pregnant. And if that isn't bad enough, what he does next is he tries to set Uriah up to think it's his baby. Y'all be thinking only women do this, men do this too. Y'all be thinking women don't know who their baby that is, so they complain on the man. Men know that baby is and sit and watch another man raise it. But let's stay on track. So yeah, he telling Uriah, who one of his top soldiers, man, he devoted, he loyal to the cause, he loyal to the king, he loyal to the troops. Man, you been out here, you been working hard and everything, man, go home and be with your wife. Because he trying to get them to, so he can say the baby his, right? Uriah like, man, I can't in good conscience leave, man. The Ark of the Covenant of the Lord is out here. We in battle, man. I don't feel good leaving my people, right, to go lay up. So he stayed down there with his men, with other soldiers. David hear about it like, man. So he try again. This time he getting them drunk. Sometimes because your homeboy say, man, come hang out with me and everything on me. That don't mean his intentions good. Then I woke up with your pockets ran. I don't know what happened to the man. You know what I'm saying? So he get him drunk, man. Go home, lay with your wife. You're still at the end of the day, drunk or not, man. I'm finna go back on here and do what I'm supposed to do, man. I'm loyal to God. I'm loyal to the troops, man. So he go back to the field, drunk or not. You know what I'm saying? If they kill me drunk, I'm gonna die. What do he say? I'm gonna die honorable. I'm gonna die on this field. David like, dang, man, I can't get him to go home. Boom. He sends a note out to I don't remember who was out there. I don't remember which one of them. It could have been Joab. I don't remember. Hold on, guys. Let me check because I want to give you the word right. So I was. Okay, guys. So I was right. It was Joab. So he sends a letter for Joab that basically says, put Uriah on the front line so he can be killed. He seals his letter and he gives it to Uriah. This man is toting his own letter of death. He got his own death certificate in his hand. How grimy can you be? Not only did you sleep with my wife and get her pregnant, not only did you try to plant the baby on me, not only did you initiate my murder, but you want me to carry the note to give to him? And he did. Solid, son, boy. Boy, sometimes you can't ignore the signs. Mind you, everybody know about this behavior, right? You know it's whispers. You know it's whispers going around that he done splacked this man's wife. Come on. So, he dies. Put him on the front lines, get him to go close to the wall, they kill him. And Joab, you know, in correspondence, you know, they talking in code, you know, I'm sorry, I don't know why we went so close to the wall. We know better. But, you know, Uriah died and a couple other men, you know, it's done. So after that, Bathsheba mourned a little bit. Because ain't that I didn't love my husband, but it's the king. Unfortunately, that's how people is, you know, loyalty can be bought a lot of times. But, yeah, so he killed him and his wife, and a prophet comes to him. I believe his name was Nathan. I'll drop his name down because I'm like I said, I'm ahead. I keep trying to go back through to make sure. Nathan. His name was Nathan. So Nathan comes to him and he telling him, you know, he gives him the prophecy. And like I said, if you guys want me to go in detail about that, go ahead and drop in them comments, break it down, and I'll tell you all of that. You know, like basically, Lord done granted you everything and would have gave you more, anything your heart desired, and then some. And what you did is frowned upon. He don't condone it. He ain't with all that bull. He ain't with all that bull. You know what I'm saying? So I can't stand for this child to live. You know, you done got this man wife pregnant. He got him killed, man. He ain't gonna make no mockery out of me. Because guess what? If God lets David get away with this, how many people are not going to believe that God is video? But to speed things along, one of the punishments was you going to have to watch your wives and all your women sleep with other men. And they're going to do it in your face. They're going to do it in the open. They ain't going to be... I want to say it right. Where is it? I will give your wives to another man, and he will go to bed with them in public view. You did it discreetly. You did it in secret. But I will do this to you openly in the sight of all Israel. What his son did, y'all. His son pitched a tent and had all his concubines going there. What he did, he went in all on them. He went into all ultimate sign of disrespect. See, so this happened years ago. Years have passed. Years have passed. That's my word for y'all today. Now is the time to do the right thing. See, you've been terrible in your past. You've done this and you've done that. You slept with that man, that woman husband. You did all of this in her face, and then when the baby can't live, you've seen things, or you turned your head to it, and now you start seeing blessings. You started seeing blessings, and all of a sudden calamity hit you. Your children disrespect, or your children plotting your death because they want the inheritance right now. All these things are happening to you, and you're like, God, I turned my life around. Surely I've done enough good. I've given to enough charities where you can see the good in me, right? I'm no longer that person. You still got to atone for your sins. So I just want you guys to remember that, boy, ain't no time limit on it. Ain't no time limit on it. Surely David thought it was over when the baby couldn't live. Don't think that you have forever. Don't think that you can live your life how you want to today. I'm gonna come to you, Lord. I seen so many videos like that when Saucy Santana was like, I ain't gonna be no forever, you know what I look like being an old. I might go ahead when I get older, get me a wife to allow me to have some children. Don't let that kind of mindset defeat your future. Eat up your crops so your fruits can't blossom. Because a fig tree that don't produce no fruit, God withered it away. Think about today, guys. What you do today affects tomorrow. Make today the right day to do the right thing.